Kedgley.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. A question for the Minister of Broadcasting. Does TVNZ have any other mandate other than returning a profit to the national government?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Jonathan Coleman.
Mr Speaker, Television New Zealand's mandate is described in the Television New Zealand Amendment Bill. Part 1, Section 12 of the bill states, "The functions of TVNZ are to be a successful national television and digital media company providing a range of content and services on a choice of delivery platforms and maintaining its commercial performance. In carrying out its functions, TVNZ must provide high-quality content that is relevant to and enjoyed and valued by New Zealand audiences and encompasses both New Zealand and international content and reflects Maori perspectives."
Sue Kedgley.
Did he attend a TVNZ board meeting last month and instruct the board that from now on TVNZ is to be run as a strictly commercial organisation?
The Honourable Jonathan Coleman.
I did attend a meeting with the board and I made the government's expectations very clear, and that is that there's a large amount of public equity tied up in that organisation and the public deserve to get a dividend from it.
Sue Kedgley.
When the TVNZ board presented a business case to the government to allow it to continue funding TVNZ 7, did he personally advocate for continued funding, and is it true that Stephen Joyce squashed the idea?
Mr Speaker, the members got quite confused about this. TVNZ never brought a case to the government to allow it to continue funding TVNZ 7. They brought a case that wanted us, the government and the taxpayer, to continue funding it, which just wasn't tenable.
Sue Kedgley.
Supplementary. Why does the government consider it good practice to allow a private sector media company founded by Mr Joyce a preferential loan deferral scheme, while at the same time killing off the state broadcaster's sole remaining public service channel?
Mr Speaker, once again the members got confused. I think what she's referring to is a scheme that was made open to all radio companies to defer their licence payments, as opposed to what we're talking about here, which is continuing the unfunded promise that the last government made regarding TVNZ 7.
Sue Kedgley.
Can he confirm that as a result of the government's decision to make TVNZ a solely commercial broadcaster, that New Zealand will be the only country in the Western world without a public service television channel other than Maori TV?
The Honourable Jonathan Coleman.
Well, the first point to make, Mr Speaker, is that TVNZ has been predominantly commercially funded for a very long time. The second point that I would make is that you'd struggle to find another OECD country that has suffered the economic shocks we've had in the last year and it still has a very firm plan to return to surplus by 2015.
Sue Kedgley.
What about Ireland? Will Radio New Zealand...
Order, I've called Sue Kedgley.
Will Radio New Zealand be the next state broadcaster to face funding cutbacks and the pressure to commercialise, and if not, why not?
The Honourable Jonathan Coleman.
Well, if the member had read the Herald this morning, she would know what the position is, and basically Radio New Zealand have a very good plan for living within their means, which we are very happy with.
Sue Kedgley.
Can he promise New Zealanders in this House that the government has no plans to sell off TVNZ in this or the next term of government?
I can confirm that there's been absolutely no discussion about selling off TVNZ at any time.
Question number 4, the Honourable David